Hi everybody, I'm back. Today I just wanted to do a video on some really good ideas that I think I'd like to pass on. One of them is because when I drive truck, this is when I started doing this one is when my hands got really dirty. I found a really good solution when I was driving truck, so I thought I'd pass that on. Another thing I wanted to touch on is when I first got this vehicle, it was my second one that I built out. Wilson's having fun back there with my sweater. He's drooling all over it. Anyway, I had a really nice truck and I had one of those utility shells that like the electricians and plumbers use that you can stand up. It was an older one and it had an overhang, and I redid that and it turned out really nice. I had a cubic mini wood stove in there. I put in a couple of windows, and I'll try to get some pictures up sometime of those. And of the camper, I think I have some of the inside. I think they're blurry though, so we'll wait and see what they look like, but I'll try to get them put up one day. Anyway, when I had my accident, I pretty well had to recuperate for a while, and I had to prepare myself for work, so I ended up selling that, and I knew I wanted to get back into nomad living, so I bought what I could afford, and it was a vehicle that I knew needed mechanical work, but I thought I could just kind of do some mechanical work and then do a little bit of the build, and the build is more fun than putting your money out on the mechanical end of things. So now I'm stuck doing a lot of mechanical things and the build's on hold, but it got me thinking the other day that this is actually a really good example for some people. It's getting warmer out. There's a lot of people that want to do this. There's a lot of people struggling financially too, so I think it's a really good idea. What I'm going to say, if you really want to do this, a lot of people are deterred, or they get kind of bummed out because they don't have the money to do certain things. And I mean, I'm not saying people are stupid. There's, but in the overall general appearance of things, it can be deterring to people when you're tuning into something that you really want to go do. And there's people out there that have different ways of doing it. Everyone's different. Some people don't mind smaller spaces. Some people really need bigger spaces. Some people don't mind crouching down like me. Some people need to stand up. It's all in your own preference. And sometimes you have to go through a little bit. Like I just spent over almost six and a half months in a Honda Pilot, and I couldn't take the seats out because I was selling it. So, and it was very cramped with Wilson, and it was dead cold winter, between minus 25 and minus 48, 50 sometimes with the wind chill factor, and that's Celsius. And it was very cold and it was not comfortable, and I couldn't cook with the stove in there. It was just too small of a space, plus Wilson's so big I didn't want to burn him or have anything happen because, like I said, I was selling the vehicle, so it was very limited what I could do in there. And I got through it though, and we survived it, and we're still alive to tell the tale. But I guess what I'm saying is, I think my situation is a really good example for people. Sometimes like some of these YouTubers, they have beautiful rigs and stuff, but it takes time to build on it. Sometimes people have money to do it right away. Some people have money to pay other people to do it. And some people have taken years to put their rig together, and a lot of time and waiting and blood, sweat, and tears, It's just like a channel. It takes time to build a channel as well. And it just doesn't happen overnight. And if you're really thinking about doing it, it is a good way to save money. The weather's turning warmer. You'll have a good 6 months where you could put some money away. There's all kinds of ideas. I mistakenly deleted the first part of the video that I'm going to show you. So I'm redoing this part that I'm doing now. But there's some good ideas, and that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted just to add some tips for, you know, maybe if you're in more of a confined space, or cheap ideas that you can do to give you more space, and just good ideas. There's lots of secondhand stores out there where you can pick up some really amazing things, and whatever you've got that you want to move into, it might give you the opportunity to save the money that you need to buy something, or put down a down payment on. I honestly think half of the nomad living is not having a car payment, because you're trying to downsize on the burdens of financially putting out. So when I bought this with, which was in my means, which is what I could afford at the time. I knew it was going to need mechanical stuff. Like I said, I just didn't think it was going to be all at once. Excuse me. I wanted to have fun in the build. I have so many ideas. I know exactly how I'm doing it, and what products I'm going to use, and just basically I sat and thought about it for like 6 months. So, and I've done a build before, so I kind of have a little bit more of an idea what I want as well. But getting back to other people, don't let things deter you. If you really want to do it, go out and do it. You can make your space the way that you want it. It is a really good way to save money, depending on your situation. But don't let other people that have been putting things together for years discourage you. We all have a beginning, and like I said, I've got fabric up with duct tape. I'm sleeping on a twin mattress on the floor. I don't drive around as much because mechanically I don't think this vehicle is sound enough to do a road trip. I mean, it could be. It is pretty, there's like really not a lot I have to do, but what I do have to do is pretty expensive, so I'd rather just kind of do my time, and rather than have to pay a tow truck. You know, you can set up things too as well, like with the extra money you're saving, you can set up like AMA, and you can set up, you know, to buy certain things for your build, and you can, if you're older or you're not able to, or you don't have the tools, or you don't really want to, you can save up and have somebody do it for you. There's so many options out there. But don't, I guess my message is don't let everyone that might, I just had to free up some storage, so there's going to be another break in this video. It just doesn't seem to want to get out. Anyway, I guess my message, like I was saying, is there's lots of people with different levels of achievements, and when you work on something, sometimes it takes longer than you want, and sometimes you have to start lower than your expectations. But don't let that snuff out what you really want to do in your heart. Like I said, I've got my curtains up with tape. I'm sleeping on the floor right now, and I'm using an old trunk for my kitchen cabinet and a basket, but it's working and it's fine, and it's going a lot slower than I want, but it still is still okay, because I'm where I want to be, and life is too short. So I hope this video helps you. We're going to start off with the birds and then go through some tips, so I sure hope they help. Okay, the birds. So one of my subscribers named them, and the green one is Princess, and that one is Oscar. So when I'm driving, I'll open up that window, and you'll know that it comes out towards the center, and the bird's feathers will kind of fluff in the wind, and but they haven't been knocked off yet off their perch, and it's just tape that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna show you that in a second. But poor little Oscar, I've had them up for about a week plus now, and they're pretty solid. But the other day Oscar took a tumble. He went in the wind, and he went butt over tea kettle, and I thought we were going to lose him out the window. So he's a little beat up. He's a hurting guy. Yeah, he got damaged. So, but he's back on his tape perch. So the tape perch I got at the Dollar Tree. It's pretty narrow, but it's double-sided tape, and I paid $1.25 for it at the Dollar Tree. And I guess the cashier was telling me that I guess at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever you can get it, it goes for like $9. So it's good, really good stuff. Those birds have not gone at all. Like I said, Oscar did, but maybe I just didn't have them down tight enough. But it is pretty sticky tape. So, and what they're sitting on is styrofoam. So yeah, if you're interested, you go pick some up. So there, red green would be very proud. So you can see that window, it's pretty sparse. Same with this one, because I separated them. There was two of them, so that I would have coverage on both windows of the same kind of material. So what I'm going to do is put them together, but I'm going to cut them in half. Now on the bottom, there's a hem. As you can see, there's the hem there. So I'm just going to turn that over and use that as the top part and cut it in the center, because I measured it out, and I can put the two curtains together again and, you know, condense the material so that it covers the window more. But I've got enough material if I cut it in half to cover both windows. So these ones are going to be my fall winter ones. I've got another fabric that I want to use. I got a lot of fabric, so I might as well use it. That I'm going to use for the summer and for the kitchen stuff. So, and then there's my lovely leopard print. It does the job. It covers it. So I'm just not the leopard print type, but that's okay. It was for quilting. At least it got used for something. I'll donate it when I'm done. I'll take the tape off. Look at it all. Yeah, and if the sun hits it in the morning where I park, it's on this side, and I'll hear something in the morning, and I'll look up and the whole curtain is falling because the tape gives out with the sun, right? Melts the glue on it or whatever. That back there. So this is tip number 2. We got the tape, and then that was a scarf. I have lots of scarves I've picked up over the years, and I have a scarf bag. And that was in my scarf bag, and I liked it. I thought, you know, those will be kind of pretty for curtains. So I might even makeshift those up at a later point for maybe the kitchen curtains. I don't know. I'll wait and see. I have so much material. If I decided to do that with most of everything, I'd have nothing but material in my van. So, but yeah, there we go with the red-green tape again. So that's another tip. If you're running low on cash and you want some quality or some really nice different type of linen, go look in your scarf bag. Or you can even use scarves for tie backs and stuff too, right? Anyway, that's here nor there. Okay, so the other tip, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I did a video, but I had the phone turned upright. And I had a subscriber tell me to do sideways. So I usually do record sideways for the majority of the time. But But I don't use the YouTube feature when I go into YouTube Studio, so I'm thinking that might be it. Anyway, this is a pillowcase that I had that I made, and a lot of people that I've seen on other van lifers and stuff like that, they'll put sweaters in them or their socks, and usually it's ones that have a zipper on it that are off the couch, like a decorative pillow, and they just throw it on their bed. But whatever you use it for, they're really good for storing stuff, because it doesn't, you know, you don't have things all over the place, and it's still there. But I have my vitamins, my toilet paper in there. So now this is another idea, and I'm sure maybe some of you have heard it, but it's messy because I just undid it when I did the other video, but I'm not going to show you the video, so sorry for moving around. But if you can see, where that blanket is pretty well my line of where I get to sleep. Up against the tire. I'll wake up with my face in that thing. And Wilson usually has the rest of it. And I made up that bed for him so that he'll have way more room. And, you know, let's not get on the levels of accommodating your pets, but I do like to accommodate them. Especially for sleeping at night. I want him to have a good sleep. He's usually on alert, so at least let him have a comfort place, right? So anyway, these are just pillowcases. I was going to use them, but he's been laying on them, and they're hairy and stuff now. So I put my sheets under there because I usually cover this. It's water resistant, sweat resistant cover for the foam. But what I wanted to show you was this shoe bag. It's one of those hanging shoe bags. I think they're anywhere from 4 to 5.5 feet long, and you put them in, you hang them in your closet and you put your shoes in them. Well, it's 6 inches. See, 6 inches this way, and then 12 that way. So it's pretty narrow. And if you didn't want to use the whole thing, it's like an accordion. It kind of folds down really, really easy, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. See, here's one right here, so it just goes right in because it's fabric. So just thought I'd pass that along because it can be used for anything, store anything, go into your bed. It's so narrow and it holds so much. Like I have socks in there, I have jeans in there, I have sweaters, like you name it, like it's full. See, hoodies, sweatshirts, and just everything in there. So it's great. Holds up a lot of stuff. So I wanted to mention that. So that's the bag, the scarf, the shoe thing. Now the other thing is hand lotion. I have 2 things of hand lotion. And I'll wash, like I wash my hands and face and everything in the morning. But if I'm going throughout the day, I do not get out water specifically, and I usually don't like to open up the door and turn over a bottle or whatever and wash my hands that way, because I got to be careful. Wilson will bolt, and he has no recall. So we have our water for, he has his water, he has 2 bottles over there, and then I have my bottle over there. And when I do dishes, I do it usually once every couple of days. So besides washing my face and stuff, what I'll do is, yes, I was eating tortilla chips. Anyway, I'll get out the hand lotion and I'll just wash up my hands with that and use toilet paper. And it's amazing how well it works. So if you're in the bush and you're running low on water or whatever, you want just a different way to clean up your hands as you go throughout the day, hand lotion's really, really a good idea. So I did want to mention this. I'm not hanging my dog. That's where I tie him up when I go into a store or something, or I go into my daughter's to shower. He'll attack the front window. He'll just run for it if somebody goes by. And it scares the life out of the poor people. So he doesn't need to be doing that. So once I tie him up, he usually settles down. He can reach the back seats. It's a pretty long leash. It's a very long leash. So anyway, so that's what that's there for. I don't hang my dog or tie my dog. Only if I go out. It's just for the benefit of other people and for maybe my front windshield. He has broken a windshield, a side window of a car before. So these are the seatbelt things. And there's 4 in each. And then there's that one up there. And it just unclasps. I haven't done anything with the stuff up there. And that's where I got the idea to tie him up to the seatbelt, because it will hold him. But I need a special tool. There's the type of bolt head that's in there. I guess it's between a 45 and 46, 47 torque. Something, I don't know. All I know is you can get it at Snap-on Tools. It's about the only place you can get it. An older gentleman was doing the same thing that I'm doing, and he searched and searched, and that's the only place he found it was at Snap-on Tools. It's $50. So I'm going to spend $50 on a tool to remove, what, maybe 8, 10 bolts. So that's discouraging. But at least I'll have the tool, and I don't know if I run into somebody in the bush and they need to take down their seatbelt things, I'll have the tool. I mean, I'll never use it again. And to try to sell it, how many people are taking down seatbelt holders? Ridiculous. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to give you those tips. Kind of share my story with poor Oscar. Touch base with you guys, and if you can, I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. 100. It's funny because some people have 34, some people have 60 some odd K people, like, and 34K and 100 and 300K people, and I'm at like 85 or 86, and I'm striving for 100, you guys. I'd be happy with 100, so if you can share these videos, that would be great. And Wilson would like it too. And hit the notification bell and subscribe if you're not already, so we can get to 100. Have a great day, you guys, and we will talk to you really, really soon. I'm gonna go eat some chips. We'll talk to you soon.